What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys an early look at the upcoming FTC collaboration with Nike SB on the Dunk Low Pro Quick Strike in the Sento colorway. This pair marks the latest collaboration between skateboard shop FTC with Nike SB. Releasing on July 24th, just in time for the Tokyo 2021 Olympics, this pair is inspired by Sento, which stands for traditional Japanese bathhouses. So this pair retails for a price of $110 US, or I believe 145 Canadian, and the official colorway for this shoe is Lagoon Pulse, Metallic Silver, and Speed Yellow. So right off the bat, I gotta say guys, this is one of the cleanest SB Dunks that I've released this year. I think they executed the theme of the shoe perfectly on this pair, and there's a ton of little details within this shoe that really tie it all together and make it work perfectly. So diving straight into the upper, on the toe box, the base layer here is covered in this blue colored suede, which is a nod to the water in these bathhouses. Surrounding the outer edge of the toe box, we have this white leather, which has this textured look to it, which is reminiscent of the tiles on the wall. This white leather covers the eyelets of the shoe as well, and then beneath this on the quarter panel, we have more of that blue colored suede, and then overlaid on top, we have a metallic silver leather swoosh. Moving downwards, we have more of that tiled white leather, and this wraps around the back end of the shoe. And then above this, we have more of that blue suede, and on the top of the back heel, this is covered in this yellow colored leather, and instead of Nike, we have FTC embroidered in blue. For the laces, so these come standard with these oval shaped laces in white, and we have FTC branding on the lace tips. If you want to give the shoe a little bit more of a tonal look, they also give you a secondary pair of blue colored laces as well, but I like the pop of the white laces, so I'm going to leave it as is. Underneath this, we have your signature padded tongue. This is covered in this blue colored nylon, and at the very top, we have Nike SB and FTC branding on the top tag. On the back side of the tongue, we have another tag, with the left foot being done in blue and white, whereas the right foot is done in red and white, and we have the Japanese character that translates to hot water. So both the back of the tongue and the inner liner of the shoe, this is covered in this towel-like fabric, which is done in this yellow color, and this being an SB Dunk Low Pro model, there's additional padding surrounding the back Achilles area as well. Taking a look at the insoles, so the insoles feature this custom graphic of Mount Fuji, and we have FTC and Nike SB branding stamped on the heel in white. This being a Nike SB Dunk, flipping the insole over to the other side, of course there's a zoom air unit underneath the heel for cushioning and impact protection. So the upper of the Dunk sits atop this white colored midsole, and then turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your outsole, which is done in this semi-translucent blue colored finish. We have the circular traction pattern on the forefoot, along with this exposed foam in the middle in white, which has this Nike SB branding in the center. So for those wondering about sizing, so I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and usually for Nike SB Dunk Lows, I go a half size up for a 10.5. So that's what I did for this pair, and they fit me great. So whatever size you normally wear for Nike SB Dunk Lows, I'd stick with that same size. And if you haven't worn this model before, best bet go half size up if you like a bit more room in your shoes. But if you don't mind a really snug one-to-one fit, then you could stick true to size. Moving on to comfort, so unfortunately, this is a Nike Dunk, so that means it's not going to be the most comfortable shoe out there. There's pretty much zero tech within the shoe except for the zoom air unit underneath the heel, but even with that, honestly, you can't really feel it too much. So it's going to feel very flat, stable, and low to the ground, which makes sense considering this is technically a skateboarding sneaker, but for just an everyday casual use shoe, it's not going to be that soft and that cushioned, and it's not exactly a shoe I'd be wearing for many hours in a day, or if I know I'm going to be walking a lot that day. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, overall I was pretty impressed. The suedes felt very soft and buttery, and the white leather panels weren't bad at all either. You can really tell that a lot of thought and attention to detail went into this shoe, and while the craftsmanship wasn't perfect, there were some leftover dried glue on the sides. All in all, I really had nothing to complain about. With all that being said, now let's lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. Like I said from the beginning of this video, these FTC Dunk Lows are probably one of the best dunks to release this year. It's still a bit too early to put it on my top 10 or top 20 list, but I wouldn't be surprised if this eventually makes my top 20. And I think overall this is just a very clean, well executed pair, and like I said earlier, it really matches the whole theme of the shoe perfectly. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this FTC SB Dunk Low Pro. What are your overall thoughts on the design of this shoe, and when these drop on the 24th, are you guys planning on copying these? And if you take an L, is this a resale cop or a retail only? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. I've also started a podcast called the Channel 8 Podcast as well. So the video version for that podcast is hosted right here on my YouTube channel, but if you're looking for just the audio only version, that's hosted on most of your major podcast platforms, including Spotify, iTunes, and Podbean. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the continued love and support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.